knowledge on the bee biology, various species of bees, and what is beekeeping, and various byproducts which can be derived out of apiculture. So now let me concentrate more on the various aspects of income generation. So there are several ways in which a entrepreneur or a beekeeper can gain or earn money through apiculture. So the one is sale of colonies. So yes, we are well aware of the thing that so each beekeeper is in need of quality bee colonies. So either he is an amateur beekeeper or a well-established beekeeper. So they require colonies, very well certified colonies. And there are so many government programs through Department of Horticulture or through KVIC or through NABARD. There are so many opportunities to supply the colonies, quality colonies, either Serrana colony or Mellifera colonies or the stingless bee colonies. So through sale of these colonies, a beekeeper can earn his livelihood. So that is one aspect. The second aspect in which the revenue can be generated is manufacturing and sale of beekeeping equipments. So as we are well aware that we need beehives, bee veil, smoker, so many, whatever the equipments required for beekeeping. So all the manufacturing and sale. So by which the entrepreneur can generate income. So it may be a small household industry, or you can establish a big industry through which you can supply either to a local community or to a national level or at the international level. So by establishing this beekeeping manufacturing industry, so you can generate a notable quantity of income. Excuse me, Dr. Bhargav is calling. Sir, start ಆಗಿದೆ. I will share the new links then. So then the various byproducts you can get. Yesterday, as we have discussed, there are several byproducts. So through which you can earn a handsome revenue out of it. The sales are by producing the byproducts like honey, bee wax, bee pollen, bee venom, royal jelly, bee pollen, and propolis. So these are all the byproducts of beekeeping. So by which you can earn a trial income through sales of these direct byproducts. The next concept is value addition. So here in value addition, you can all these byproducts can be value added. So there are several value added products we can see in our market. That is honey. Along with the honey, there are so many dry fruit mixtures on honey powder, or various ice creams, or various other puddings wherein which the honey is inculcated. So similarly, there are 300 products, as yesterday Mr. Apurva has explained. So many products can be made out of bee wax. So similarly, the royal jelly as well as bee venom, they can be used for the value-added products and therapeutic and cosmetics. So by which the revenue can be generated. Even a simple household can generate the lip balms or amrutanjan, such of the usable products derived from these byproducts. So by sale of these products, we can earn revenues. The next important aspect is renting of colonies or the pollination services. So here it is very important to understand nowadays the renting of colonies, the bee colonies for pollination services. There are many plantation owners or the big farmers who are not in a position to keep the colonies or the maintain the colonies. So such of the farmers are dire need of these colonies for the pollination services. Yes, yesterday Apurva told it is 1,000 rupees per month. Likewise, you can rent the colonies, bee colonies, and you can generate the income. The next important aspect is apitherapy, aromatherapy, and propolis therapy, which in the next session, Dr. Bhargav is going to explain how apitherapy and all these therapies can generate the income. So these are the things. The next important aspect is nurseries. So there are several plant nurseries in which you can engage or you can concentrate much more on the bee forage plants. There are hundreds of bee forage plants, either the ornamental plants or the shrubs or the avenue trees, wherein which the bees get attracted, and you can sell those plants or the saplings to the needy persons, and you can generate the income. So it is one of the important aspect along with beekeeping. So many of the people nowadays who are urban beekeepers, they are dire need of these plants which attract the bees and they which provide pollen, nectar, or both pollen nectar throughout the year. So yes, we are well aware that many of the plants are specifically gives in few months, and there are few plants which can give the forage throughout the year. So such of the plants can be raised in the nurseries and can be sold, so which will generate a marginal income. The next is manufacturing and sale of honey processing units. So there are two things. One is beekeeping equipment. The another one is honey processing units. So which may incur high investment at the initial stage, but during the course of time, you can make a handsome revenue. So manufacturing and sale of the honey processing unit is another industry wherein which you can gain or you can get more income. So in the last but not the least, resource person for the line departments and amateur beekeepers. So many of our progressive beekeepers who are very well trained in the apiculture, so now they are acting as a master trainers. So which also gives a honorarium for them for their efforts and get a good revenue for the beekeeper. Apart from the benefit from the beekeeping, they are also getting more income as a resource person or a master trainer. So these are all the some of the ways wherein which you can get a good revenue or good income by depending on the apiculture. See, we are various in the various stage. We will usually we say apiculture is a low cost or no cost technology or allied activity of agriculture. So without investment, also we can gain income. So whenever we speak about entrepreneurship, there are three major broad groups. That is one of the colony sales. Second one is by selling the byproducts. The third one is value addition. So here the colony sale, whenever we talk about colony sales, so we can get income by capturing the bee swarms and hiving them or through wild hiving. So wherever we find these bee colonies in the cracks and crevices or in the wood logs, wherever we find, we have to have the skill of hiving them into the box and we can sell. So that is a no cost technology. Many of our farmers who rely on this technology, so they will keep. So there are two technologies our farmers are following. One is the pot and bottle guard hiving methods. So the pot method is clay pot method, very well aware, wherein which we take a clay pot and to the bottom we smear the mixture of wax along with some of the spices like clove and other thing, mint, clove and citronella. So making it a paste and we smear at the bottom of the pot. And we used to hang these pots upside down on the tree trunks or on the branches of the trees or wherever the bee movement is high. So whenever the bees get swarm, so they will come and they occupy those pots and they start combing them. So once they are established inside the pots, then it is very easy for us to collect them and shift them to the bee boxes. So similarly, one of our amateur farmer, interested farmer, he is using bottle guard as an attractant. So he takes out the matured bottle guards, cut into half, and he removes all the spongy material inside the bottle guard. Once it is completely dried, then he smear this wax and other attractant material inside them, and once again he refixes them. Once again he fixes them both the sides and make a small hole, and he hangs these bottle guard wherever the bee movement is high. So once in a year, it is a small without or low cost technology, wherein which once he plants some of the bottle gourds, he will get 200 to 300 bottle gourd in a single vine. So he collects all the materials after the maturity. He hangs them in the bee movement places, and he collects the whatever the colonies get attracted to them. So usually in a year, around if we hung 300 bottle guards, roughly about 260 to 270 successful hiving he can get. So that is one of the things to earn revenue. So without any investment, the person he is getting around 260 to 70 colonies. Even if you take it as a 250, so roughly about 2,000 per colony, he is earning about 4 to 5 lakh rupees in a year. So without any investment, he is earning 4 to 5 lakh rupees. So once he get the colonies inside, once they settle inside, once they establish inside the bottle guard, he shift them into the boxes and sell to the needy person or supplies to the department. The another interesting thing is extraction of wax from the old combs or abandoned combs. So wherever, if you stay or if you reside near to the forest areas or any hillocks, so you can find hundreds of colonies of rock honey, rock bees, as well as the florias. So that is the small bees or little bees. So once they escape or abscond from that particular place due to so many either the climatical changes or any man-made. So once you get those old combs, then you collect those combs and extract the bee wax, and you can sell them as per the local market prices. So these are some of the no-cost technologies to earn in apiculture. So some of the byproducts, as we have discussed yesterday, that is honey or bee wax. So there are so many marketable products you can prepare. So several wax material or the royal jelly capsules, or some of the cosmetic industries. Since the royal jelly is rich in vitamin E, you can sell those products as a cosmetics, which is having anti-aging properties. So such are the capsules for life enhancement are for the glamour. So similarly, the pollen and the propolis is being consumed or used in many of the medicinal field as well as for the cosmetics. So which also gives a marketable or commendable income for the entrepreneur. So any of the byproducts, either the one who is having the Apis cerana, some of the products like honey, bee wax, as well as some bee pollen can be collected. And those who are having the mellifera colonies, they can opt for propolis as well as the royal jelly, as well as also for the bee venom. So some of these industries can be set up with the proper training and establishment, so you can earn commendable income. So similarly, the new trend here is the sale of the quality queens. So the quality queens either are having much demand, as yesterday Apurva also told. Even nowadays, the beekeepers are exporting or selling entire colony itself. So completely they pack it and sell, courier it. So such of the technologies are available. Even the queens are sold at the price of 300 to 400, up to 500 rupees per queen. So quality queen rearing as well as selling is also another income generating activity in apiculture. So nowadays the gaining or the buzzing word is apitourism. Unlike the agri-tourism, we have scope for bee tourism. So there are several bee parks or bee museums established in national and international levels. So it is one such where in which in Karnataka, that is especially in Uttara Kannada district, so they have honey park established. So here the complete information on beekeeping and exposure with hands-on practice with the bees will be given, and several types of honey and its byproducts will be sold at the point, so that the farmer will get much income apart from the beekeeping practices. So here it is one of the most amazing activity nowadays coming out, because many of the students or the many of the citizens are not exposed for the bees. So in such cases, the people will visit such of the parks and start once they can collect the revenue from the entry fees as well as for the training, a short course of training they can get, and also from the sale of these honey and other products. So such of the one in Uttara Kannada district. So this is one from the Malaysia, wherein which Happy Bee Farm they have established and the complete guide on beekeeping activities and sale of honey products. So one more from the Tamil Nadu, it is Bee Craft from Cochin. So they have also established one bee museum where in which the entry fees they collect and sale of the bee products are there. So with this also the farmer can get a revenue. It is an example from Ludhiana, wherein which a farmer, that is Samanyu Bee Honey, has established Magi Farms and Magiram and Sons. He has established A to Z of bees. So he sells varieties of honey, wherein which the unifloral, multifloral honey is being sold, as well as the other type of honey, that is the blend honey is also sold, apart from all the beekeeping equipments like bee veil, bee hives, everything you can get at a single point. It is a stop sell point like that. So you can get exposure to the types of honeys. And he has also established one factory itself. So as I already told, beekeeping can be started without any fine, and a bee industry can be started with whatever the amount you say. So yes, per my knowledge, when I visited, that entrepreneur has told he has invested around 5 crore rupees because this A to Z of honey, that is a complete capital of beekeeping equipment factory you can see in this village. So the total, whatever the bee needs, it is entire manufacturing is done, and with a turnover of annual turnover of around 25 crores as mentioned. So such is the vastity of the enterprise, bee enterprise here. So it is one more B9 cafe at Mysore. So they have established one academy also, bee training academy. So bee training academy, wherein which the regular bee trainings will be conducted at a nominal price. They have fixed a price for 1 day, 3 day, 5 day. Likewise, they give hands-on training with the bees, apart from selling of these bee products. And also they have established cafes, food cafe, wherein which you will get many of the items which are being prepared out of honey and other products. So likewise, it's a multiple set of the things wherein which we can establish cafe as well as a training unit and a selling point, so through which you can earn revenue. So apart from we have a employment generation. So one of the important aspect, because we mention beekeeping or apiculture as a fifth important component of integrated farming system. So here, as per the rough estimate, if you have 100 colonies, you can generate 3,19,500 rupees in a year. So such is the thing you can generate out of beekeeping. So if only 10% of Indian population is engaged, around 6 million rural families can get the employment by these beekeeping activities. So that is the beauty of the apiculture in India. So if you just look into it, so it can generate 1.44 to 1.1 man days per hive. So for all the inspection activities, that is the employment that is generated through this direct employment generated out of this beekeeping. So several value chain jobs are also available, like manufacturing the bee boxes, protective gears, queen rearing, honey processing, packaging, and marketing. So this is the beauty of apiculture. So wherein which, so it generates job opportunities for many. So likewise, income enhancement through beekeeping serves as an excellent supplementary income source for farmers during the off season. So in many of the places, only the Kharif is the revenue generating season through agriculture. So the other off season is winter as well as summer. In some of the places, there will be two seasons which are income generating. The other one is the off season. So, but if you rely upon beekeeping, you can generate income even during the off seasons. So some of the self-help groups are dependent on this, and India has the potential for 200 million bee colonies. So yesterday we have seen the status of beekeeping in India. So now there is a vast scope as per the statement or the statistics of the National Bee Board. India is producing roughly around 1.25 metric tons of lakh metric tons of honey, but we have the demand for 15 lakh metric tons of honey for the household consumption, that is within country. So you can just see there will be 15 times more demand for this honey. So we have lot of scope for involving in this aspect. So this is what I wanted to communicate in this aspect. So any questions you can please feel free to contact me even either during the session, even after the session. So now Dr. Barker will continue with the epitherapy and other aspects after his session. So whatever the doubts or clarifications required, we will have an interaction session after the Dr. Bhargava's lecture. Thank you one and all.